We're pleased that you decided to join our company. At Paychex, we believe that it's very important that you receive a thorough orientation in regard to Paychex policy, procedures, and other information about the company that you've just joined. The video you'll be watching is intended to be interactive between you, your manager, and our representative, Sandy. Be certain to ask questions if you don't fully or clearly understand the topic being reviewed. Good luck, and best wishes for your success in your new job assignment.
Hello, my name is Sandy and I work in the Human Resources Department at the Paychex corporate office. Today your supervisor and I will give you an orientation to Paychex and an explanation of your benefits as an employee of Paychex. As a new employee, this orientation is designed to include the completion of several forms to initiate payroll and insurance benefits, along with the review of your employee handbook. The programs outlined in the employee handbook should be regarded as guidelines and may need to be changed from time to time. This employee handbook is not a contract of employment. Paychex adheres to its policy of employment at will. Let's begin with the new employee orientation kit. The folder must correspond with the position you have been hired for. Check to see you have the correct one. First, from your kit, pull out the instruction form and hand it to your supervisor. Now, in your kit, find the sheet titled New Employee Information Form. At this time, please clearly fill in the box labeled Personal Data. Stop the tape at this time. When you've completed the Personal Data section, restart the videotape. Your supervisor will fill out the Employment Data section. Note the bottom section of this form. Periodically throughout this videotape, I will ask you to initial this section as we complete the forms that are mentioned, so please keep this form handy. At this time, take out the employee handbook that you have been given. This handbook tells you about Paychex, the way we work, your pay in progress, time away from work, as well as a reference guide for Paychex benefits and personnel policies. We encourage you to read the handbook not only today, but when you have questions about Paychex, your job, or your benefits. In this presentation, I will review some of our policies. In addition, your manager will cover the policies and procedures that are specific to your branch. Should you have any further questions during or after this presentation, please ask your supervisor for clarification or call the Corporate Human Resources Department. The first section is an introduction. This section welcomes you to Paychex and gives you an overview of the history of the company that you've just joined. Briefly, Paychex was founded in Rochester, New York by Thomas Golisano, our current CEO and chairman of the board. At the time the company was started, most payroll processing services focused on attracting larger firms with 50 or more employees, virtually ignoring thousands of smaller businesses. That left a market gap Paychex sought to fill with a payroll preparation service directed at small employers. The company has grown rapidly, and in 1983, Paychex became a publicly owned company. Paychex has grown to over 80 offices nationwide. The first section of the handbook is titled The Way We Work. Please be sure that you read this section carefully. Your supervisor and I will review them. Paychex is an EEO employer. You may discuss EEO-related questions with your supervisor. It is Paychex policy to prohibit harassment of one employee by another employee or supervisor on the basis of age, race, color, handicap, national origin, religion, and/or sex. Any employee who feels that he or she is a victim of such harassment should immediately report the matter to their supervisor. If this is not desirable or possible, you may follow the problem-solving rules. Violation of the policy will not be permitted and may result in discipline up to and including discharge. We encourage you to bring your questions, suggestions, and complaints to our attention. We will give careful consideration to each of these in our continuing effort to improve our operations. This poster is to be displayed in your branch. It notes the procedures for handling problems at Paychex. If you have a problem, here are the steps that you may take. Talk with your supervisor if you feel you have a problem. Generally, you and your supervisor will be able to resolve your problems and concerns. If you are not satisfied with your supervisor's response, or if for some reason you do not wish to bring the problem to your supervisor, you may take the problem to the next level of supervision, who will review your problem and will meet with you to discuss the possible solutions. If you are not satisfied, you may discuss the issue with your senior manager, example, regional or zone manager or department director. If, after following the above steps, you are not satisfied, you may call the Director of Human Resources. If, after a thorough discussion, you feel the problem has not been resolved, you may refer this matter to the appropriate company officer. Your job will not be adversely affected in any way because you choose to use this procedure. You are encouraged to submit in writing any circumstances you feel were not adequately considered. At this time, your supervisor will review the following: recording of time, payday, direct deposit, performance evaluations, promotions, salary administration, overtime. Pause the tape at this time. Restart the tape when you have finished reviewing these topics. All full-time active employees receive 6 paid holidays: New Year's Day, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, Thanksgiving Day, and Christmas Day. In addition, full-time employees receive 2 floating holidays after 3 months' employment. Part-time employees who regularly work between 20 and 35 hours receive holiday pay based on the average hours worked per day. Active full and part-time employees are entitled to vacation according to the schedule in the handbook. During the calendar year of hire, no vacation is received. In the calendar year after hire date, employees receive 1 week after January 1st or after 6 months of service, whichever is later. The second week of vacation will fall on the employee's first year anniversary. In subsequent years, vacation is earned January 1st. Stop the video and your supervisor will review your vacation schedule. Our sick pay provides full-time employees with paid sick days after a 90-day waiting period. Refer to Benefits at a Glance for an explanation of your sick pay plan. Any employee returning to work after 5 days continuous absence must submit a doctor's release note to his or her supervisor. Paychex provides compensation programs for jury duty, military duty, bereavement, and leaves of absences. Refer to your handbook for details on these programs. In this section, we will discuss the benefits that you are entitled to as an employee of Paychex. In your new hire kit, find your Benefits at a Glance sheet. This highlights the benefit programs that relate to your position. When you find it, initial number 11 on your new employee information form. The first item we will talk about is the Section 125 plan. A Section 125 plan is a benefit that allows you to elect to have your contributions toward premium for group life, dental, and health insurance made on a before-tax basis. This means your premium contributions are deducted from your gross pay before income tax and Social Security are calculated. All you need to do to benefit from this new plan is complete the election form in your new hire kit. Find this form now and complete it. Also initial your new employee information form on line number 2. Stop the video at this time and complete this information. Every full and part-time employee is eligible to participate in our group health insurance plan. We offer Blue Cross and Blue Shield indemnity plan in all locations. Additional HMOs are available in certain areas. You will be eligible for health benefits the first day of the month following the month you were hired. Please pause the tape at this time while your supervisor explains the options that are available in your area and the employee contribution associated with each. Please initial your new employee information form on line number 3. The Statement of Healthcare Coverage informs the Human Resources Department of your choice to elect or waive medical insurance. In the event you decline coverage, it acts as the waiver. Pause the tape at this time and complete the form and check line number 4 on the new employee information form. Every full-time employee is eligible after a 1-month waiting period for company-paid life insurance. The amount of insurance that is company-paid is 1 time your annual salary. At this time, you may elect to purchase an additional 1 or 2 times your salary. You must fill out a request for group insurance. Please find that form now and complete it. Complete the optional life card if you wish to purchase additional life insurance. Pause the tape at this time while you are completing these forms. Initial line number 5 on your new employee information form. If at any time you change your name and/or beneficiary, please submit that change in writing to the Human Resources Department. Paychex provides company-paid travel accident insurance for accidental death and dismemberment coverage for all full-time employees while traveling on company business. See Benefits at a Glance for the amount of coverage applicable to you. Short-term disability is designed to provide income for you when you have been absent from work for more than 7 calendar days due to illness or accident. Complete the appropriate form at this time. Initial line number 6 on your new employee information form. Long-term disability coverage is an important part of your benefit program and is intended to provide a continuing source of income after 90 days of total disability. Refer to your Benefits at a Glance for eligibility. Initial number 7 on your new employee information form at this time. The Paychex 401k Incentive Investment Plan offers a sound means of long-term savings to supplement your Social Security benefits at retirement. When you save, you are also qualifying yourself for matching contributions which the company makes on your behalf. You may enroll on any January 1 or July 1 after 1 year of service. You may save from 2 to 10% of your pay through payroll deductions. Paychex will match 50% of your contribution up to a maximum of 6%. This is important to note that your contributions are made with pre-tax dollars. Under current federal tax laws, any taxes on your account are deferred until savings and earnings are withdrawn from your account. You decide how much you wish to invest your savings between 4 funds: Paychex Common Stock Fund, a Fixed Income Fund, an Equity Fund, and a Guaranteed Investment Contract. See the summary plan description for more detailed description of the plan. As a Paychex employee, you have the opportunity to acquire shares of company stock through an employee stock purchase plan. Under this plan, you may purchase shares of stock through a convenient payroll deduction. The employee stock purchase plan offers Paychex employees the opportunity to acquire shares of Paychex stock without paying broker fees or other administrative costs when the stock is purchased. Through this plan, you may direct the company to deduct a specified amount from your pay to purchase shares of stock. You may make additional direct contributions to the plan to purchase more shares. If you decide to participate in the plan, you should complete the required enrollment, payroll deduction, and tax form at the end of this brochure. You can enroll at any time you desire. If you enroll, you may also withdraw at any time you wish from this plan, but you must complete the appropriate form. At this time, your supervisor will review the remainder of this section: workers' compensation, credit union, paycheck newsletters, new client award, service awards. Pause the tape at this time. Restart it when you have completed discussing these topics. As a Paychex employee, you represent the company with your actions, behavior, and appearance. You help make the atmosphere at Paychex something that we are all proud of. With this in mind, we have several policies to guide proper conduct and appearance. All employees are expected to maintain a high standard of personal cleanliness and present a neat, professional appearance, regardless of their contact with clients. Please refer to the chart in your handbook on the dress policy and how it relates to your position. Company policies and work rules exist to ensure standards for proper conduct and behavior. This sets the tone for a pleasant and efficient work atmosphere for all employees. Paychex maintains a strong belief in the value of ethical behavior. Proper business begins with basic honesty and integrity. Good judgment and an awareness of the ethics guidelines will enhance your ability to make sound business decisions. Please read your ethics book and refer any questions to your supervisor. As a publicly owned company, Paychex Incorporated is subject to the laws and regulations governing securities traded by company personnel. The consequences of violating these regulations can be very serious for both the company and the individuals involved. The penalties may include significant fines and jail terms. The Board of Directors of Paychex has recently adopted an insider trading policy in hopes of preventing improper security trading by any officer, director, or employee. Over the years, Paychex has worked diligently to establish our reputation for ethical conduct and do not want to risk damaging this reputation in any way. At this time, your supervisor will review the following: training, attendance and punctuality, mealtime, family illness, doctor's appointments, alcohol and illegal drugs, falsification of records, client and public relations, solicitation and distribution, changes in personal data, confidentiality, care of equipment, employment of relatives, travel and expense account, personal telephone calls, bulletin boards, and if you must leave us. Pause the tape at this time. Restart it when you finish those topics. Now, I'd like to turn your attention to the additional forms that must be filled out. At this time, complete your W-4 and, if applicable, your local tax form. Stop the tape at this time. Restart it when you have completed the forms. Initial your new employee information form on line number 1. The I-9 form is required by the Immigration and Naturalization Department. This proves that you are eligible for employment in the United States. You need to provide your supervisor with a copy of your driver's license and your original Social Security card. If you do not have these, talk with your supervisor about other acceptable identification. Initial number 9 on your new employee information form. At this time, check to make sure that you've completed the following forms: New Employee Information Form, W-4, Local Tax Information Form, Statement of Healthcare Coverage, Group Health Insurance Application, Section 125 Enrollment Form, Short-Term Disability Enrollment Form, Group Life Insurance Optional Life, Employee Confidential Information and Non-Solicitation Agreement, Exempt Employees Only, Conflict of Interest Statement, Management Only, and the I-9 form. Pause the tape at this time to ensure all forms have been completed. Paychex believes that accidents which cause personal injury or loss of assets can be prevented. No area of the company business is of greater importance than the safety of our employees. Paychex will provide and maintain a safe and healthy work environment by designing policies and training to assure the safety of each employee and the public. All employees are expected to practice safety awareness, comply with safety rules to prevent injury to themselves and others. Remember these rules. Report all accidents to your supervisor. Report unsafe conditions to your supervisor. Don't attempt to repair equipment you are not trained or qualified to do. Get help when lifting or pushing. Report anything that needs repair to your supervisor. If you are not sure of a safety procedure, ask. In addition, good work habits and a neat place to work are essential for your safety and efficiency. All employees are expected to keep their work area clean and organized. We've covered a lot today in an attempt to welcome you to Paychex. We understand you may have further questions at this time. Please refer these to your supervisor. We recommend that you review the handbook once again. After you have reviewed it, sign the handbook receipt and return it to your supervisor. Thank you for your attention and time. Best wishes in your career with Paychex.